From frozen food to luxury pool sales, and from website developer to seven-figure affiliate marketer and mentor, Michael Mansell has developed a unique instinct for generating massive amounts of revenue through affiliate product sales. He is the creator and CEO of Affiliate Marketing Pros, the most progressive affiliate training website for helping everyday people break out into the affiliate marketing industry. Michael is extremely dedicated to his work and his community of online affiliates. He is known for actively devoting a lot of time and attention to them. He is your go-to guy for helping you become a successful affiliate marketer and always has your best interest in mind, as his students can attest. And without further ado, here is my conversation with Michael Mansell. All right. Welcome to Choose Your Own Journey. Today, my special guest is Michael Mansell. Welcome, Michael.
Hey, Michael. Good to be here.
How are things where you are?
Good. I'm glad it's starting to cool off. It's been really humid out here in Florida, and we live out in Tucson, Arizona, so it's dry heat out there. So just ready for some cooler weather.
Oh, I'd take that in a heartbeat. We're getting snow right now. It's that time of year up here in Ontario, so things are just cooling down, and it's gonna be a long cold winter as it usually is up in these parts.
Yeah, I can imagine up there. That's why we like staying in the warmer parts of the world down in southern Arizona.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me a bit about yourself. What's your online journey been for the last few years, and where'd you get started?
'Cause in 2016, I was that person sitting there looking and saying, that's the success I want. I see that person's YouTube channel. I see that person always hitting the leaderboards of the affiliate contests. I see that person always ranking up in their network marketing company. I see that girl always on social media killing it. That's the success I want. But the problem was, is I was viewing it from a very kind of envious, jealous state instead of a did they do that? I want to figure out how they did that. I want to follow in their footsteps, versus the way I was thinking of it was, if only I had their success, then I would be successful. So that's kind of where I like to start kind of sharing how I got to where I am today, because people really should understand where we started, right, Michael? I mean, that's the biggest key that most people miss.
Right, absolutely. So you've been at it for a while now. You have a successful YouTube channel, um, and where was your starting point for deciding to really branch out? Because you're involved in a bunch of different projects or platforms. What was your starting point for that?
So I'd actually built up in a website development company from the ground up, had a lot of clients by this point in 2016. I started that about 7 years prior to that. And so I was really much into marketing. But more on the graphic design, website development side of it. So the technical side of it didn't really scare me. It was a lot more of the uh, for lack of a better word, human interaction with people to get them from that stage of, oh, I see something I join, to, oh, I know who I want to join. I know who I want to purchase this product from an affiliate marketing standpoint. So in 2016, when I decided to go full time in affiliate marketing, I needed a good program that had high profit margins, good leverage, and some long-term sustainability as well, were some of the keys that I was looking for. And so I was introduced to a program called Easy One Up, which is still going to this day. I mean, the thing just does not stop, which is amazing. I picked a winner right out of the gate, which was fortunate, because and it's not that I always had. I dabbled in other things as well, but it was nice to pick something that seriously was a jumpstart, not only to my affiliate marketing career, but also my YouTube channel. And it really was a combination of both of those. So I did leverage YouTube heavily in the beginning, because quite frankly, it was kind of a combination. At the time, I probably would have said, I can't afford paid traffic, or I don't have a big marketing budget. That's a big word that I hear a lot today, is I don't have a big marketing budget. But the reality is most people are uncomfortable spending money on an unknown thing like paid traffic, where they're just giving a company $500, $1,000, $5,000 and hoping for the best, because they think more in traditional, oh, I'm paying for a TV ad and there's no direct correlation to whether or not I'm going to make sales, if anybody has had any business experience. So that's kind of where I initially came from. It was more out of some people are uncomfortable being on video. I was uncomfortable spending thousands of dollars on paid traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And because I had done it a couple of times prior, and in my mind, I pretty much wasted my money. I went from blaming the traffic company to realizing I knew nothing about how to actually leverage what I was being delivered at the end of the day. And there's a big distinction there in terms of, and I'm not saying there aren't bad traffic companies out there and better ones. It's just that even though you buy the highest quality traffic, I don't care if you're spending $3 a click on paid traffic, if you don't know how to monetize that traffic, you are wasting your money at that point. So that was where my uncomfortable state came from. So I turned to YouTube. And that's why I decided, you know what, I'm going to focus on YouTube, because I can invest my time, my energy, get out from being uncomfortable being on video, and monetize some organic traffic. And that's why I went down the YouTube path.
And YouTube's a platform where you don't own it, but it's more in your control as far as the content you put out and the effort you put into it. The more you're going to get back out of it.
Well, the biggest draw to paid traffic is the idea of it being targeted traffic. And YouTube is a very vast, big ocean of content. And so the biggest thing that people struggle with, they might tell themselves their biggest struggle is, getting on camera and actually recording a video. But even if you get over that hurdle, you're going to face the hurdle of, how do I position my video in front of the people that want to, first of all, view the content that I uploaded and produced and put onto YouTube, but how do I put it in front of the people that are ready to buy? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't understand the layers and the steps to the buying process as well. And I'm not going to get into that on this, but the key there and the big takeaway for me when I look back on 2016, if I were to look and say, what did I do right? Because I didn't do everything right, but when I go back and I say, okay, what did I do right that got me to where I am today? One of the biggest takeaways I can look at is I figured out how to position my YouTube videos, not where they're going to get millions of views, but where they're going to get viewed by hundreds, maybe thousands of people that not only are searching for the product that I'm selling, but are ready to buy the product that I'm selling, and get them at that sweet spot of the person has already done their due diligence, whether they've been watching my videos for 2 months or everybody on, Under the Sun's videos for 2 months. And now they've come to the conclusion that not only do I want to buy, say Easy One Up, but I want to buy it from Michael Mansell, or I want to buy it from one of his team members, because I support my team members as well. So I allowed them to leverage my videos as well. So that was a big takeaway. It was like, okay, that's what I did right. I figured out how to get my videos positioned to where they would be viewed when somebody was ready to buy.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, it's part of the know, like, and trust thing as well. So, like, the more content you put out, the more people see it, and the more they get to know you.
To a certain extent.
Touch points.
Yeah, the touch points are really key. But some people, and I don't mean to cut you off there, but it's an interesting note you make there, because some people think that you do have to upload tons and tons and tons of content before you'll ever get noticed. Mm-hmm. But a well-placed, sincere, authentic video will actually generate more sales than 100 videos that didn't have the substance that would actually capture somebody's attention.
Right. And I think the key word there is well-placed.
Right. Well-placed.
like you're saying.
Yeah.
Getting it in front of the right people at the right time.
Exactly. Getting it in front of the right people and the people that are, at that stage ready to buy. But then the consistency comes in where people start seeing you month after month, uploading maybe an update video on the same program, or an update video on what you're doing to help your team members, or an update video on what's happening now. Because I can track this through the analytics of YouTube. I've noticed that people will do some searching. They'll find one of my newer videos that will then be linked to, say, my #1 most popular, still to this day, highly profitable video, which I published in 2016, that's closing in on 100,000 views now, of Easy One Up. And I can see they're clicking through my tracking links, and I see the path of, oh, They heard about Easy One Up. They went back and watched a video from 4 years ago. They saw my update videos, and they're still buying today. And I've maybe put out 6 videos, 7 videos on Easy One Up over the 4 years, which is not a lot over 4 years at all.
Mm-hmm. But it's the content and the value and the, like you said, the placement of it.
Right. Yeah, that placement of the videos. But the other thing that you mentioned on in terms of the creating that know, like, and trust, it is that idea that there are videos that people can go watch. And the beauty of YouTube is the fact that they're running 24/7. So it's not like you're having to message people constantly. You're having to call them on the phone. You're having to go meet them in person. It's just whenever they're ready on their timetable, they're actually building a relationship with you on their own time. And some people it takes 2 days. Some people it takes 2 months. Some people it takes 2 years before they get to that point where, man, I still see Michael out there killing it. He's still out there putting videos out. He's doing more things than I saw him doing 2 years ago. Okay, now I trust the guy. Now I'm going to buy from him. But they did that on their time frame. And I'm not saying that I don't invest time into my people. I like investing time into people after they've committed to themselves by buying a product, a business, putting in the work, getting serious about it. That's when I like to invest in people now, rather than investing time in trying to build relationships with people that I don't even know if they're serious or not.
Right. Well, it says a lot about your consistency and the track record of Easy One Up. If it's been going on for that long and it keeps rolling along, and people are still.
And another note on top of that is as good as it and nice it is to have a product that has an affiliate program associated with it, to have longevity. There have been plenty of programs during that same 4 years that haven't had the same longevity, but have still been profitable and have still helped a lot of people. The main thing that has to stay consistent, like you just mentioned there, is the affiliate. You, the individual that's working your business, you have to be consistent. So regardless of which program you've promoted, income you've generated, people you've helped over the years, if you're still there doing it, you're still helping people, you haven't given up, then people will continue to buy from you. They'll continue to support you. They'll continue to be a key player in your team, in your business, in your organization, even if there were some programs that didn't stand the test of time, because that's business. I mean, the larger percentages businesses don't succeed, or they don't, it's not even that they don't succeed, it's that they don't stand the test of trends, because sometimes things just become super trendy and everybody wants in, and then a year later everybody's like, what, you're still promoting that thing? Like, nobody's doing that, man. And it's not that the company was bad. It's just, the sizzle wore off, and that's fine. The key is are you still there? Are you still promoting it, promoting yourself, your brand, your image? And that's why it's so important to really build something up that will last, because we do have control over ourselves. Businesses will come and go, but we as individuals helping people, will we be around? And to me, that's a better test of longevity.
Absolutely. Just to pivot here slightly, with everything going on in the world, COVID, lockdowns, people losing their jobs, economic upheaval, what advice would you have for people that are looking online for some genuinely looking online for some solution for their possibilities for their future?
Yeah, it's interesting. This year has been, in fact, back in March in my private AmpStars Facebook group where I go live to help people stay consistent, I brought up a topic, which this was the beginning of March. Obviously, we knew there was a lot of stuff was going to be coming down the writing was on the wall at that point for the whole pandemic at that point. But what I was focused on and talking to people about is that there's going to be two types of companies and individuals out there during this upcoming period, where people are going to go through these various phases of denial, then fear, then panic when it comes to their income stream and the security of their current income stream, whether it's a job, a local business, their online business, existing, not existing, doesn't matter. Whatever income that people relied on at that point, and I was actually teaching this to my team back in the beginning of March, and it was interesting to see it completely play out. And I told people there's going to be two types of companies, individuals out there. One are the people that are going to be out there helping people genuinely understand what they need to do to become successful, to generate that additional income, something that they can fall back on if their existing income stream just stops overnight. And then there's going to be the people that use these kind of economic situations to prey on people because it's
Mm.
easy to do so. And obviously it takes no moral compass or ethics to actually prey on people that do, that are in a tough position, but they're always going to exist. And so what I was encouraging my team to do at that point is, let's be the people and that show up first to genuinely help people succeed in this time frame, rather than ever giving any type of attention or supporting anybody that their intentions really are like, oh wow, there's a lot of suffering going on, we're going to capitalize on this by preying on the weak-minded people. And so that would be my first tip to you, is make sure that you have a strong mindset before jumping into any program. I don't care what business you choose to align with or what program you choose to promote. You got to make sure that your mindset is in line, or that at least you're working on it, because you got to have the wherewithal to know and see like, okay, I get this program. It's got a good sound business model. I see that they're paying out their affiliates. I see that the product has value. I'm going to go into this, versus, oh, this sounds really, really lucrative and so easy, I'm just going to drop $5,000 into it and hope for the best. That's not the mindset you want to go into any kind of business, especially in the internet marketing world. Not that I'm saying there's a bunch of scams out there. There certainly are, but that's been proven over the years. I'm just saying that there's going to be certain programs and opportunities that will get you to where you want to go faster and more ethically than other programs will, whether they're doing intentionally or non-intentionally. It's just make sure that you're choosing something that's right for you.
Right. So given that, what do you think is a good starting point for someone? Like with a foundation of training. Like if someone's never been in this field before and you're
Yeah.
coming in, so you have mindset issues, you have the stress of financial stress.
Yeah.
Where do you think is a good starting point for someone?
The best starting point is someplace that somebody can start with fairly low barrier of entry, meaning that you can try something out without putting a ton of money into it up front. Now, if you've got some funds to work with and you're happy to say, hey, I'm gonna actually take this very seriously, I'm gonna put in a few $1,000s. There's certainly programs for that. I've got what I would consider a high ticket program, which is a couple $1,000s to get started in. And then I've got another program that it's $99 to get started in. So just choose what's right for you, because the last thing you want to do is put yourself in such a desperate situation that you fail because you're approaching everything with desperation, which people run from a desperate attitude. Now, a little bit of, motivation to get up in the morning and get to work is not bad, but coming from a desperate place is not good. So pick a program that is going to be comfortable for you starting out. I have people that come to me, Michael, that say, hey, I've got, my $2,000 that I need to pay my mortgage with in a week from now, but I'm going to buy your $2,000 program because I need to really make more money than $2,000. And I say, whoa, wait, no, you're not buying my program,
Mm-hmm.
because that's going to put you, one, I don't sell anything that's a get rich quick thing that I'm going to tell you, hey, in a week, you're going to make your $2,000 back and be able to pay your mortgage payment. All you're going to do is have sleepless nights for a week and come back to me begging for your money back because you still have to pay your mortgage payment. So
Right.
that's just me illustrating that take things very seriously. When it comes to a program, though, pick what's comfortable to you. So, for example, I've mentioned Easy One Up. That's a great program that a lot of high-level affiliates, newbies, also have picked up and started becoming profitable with. And there's various entry points in that as well. But then you got a program such as Epic Trading, which is $99 to get started, and they teach you how to trade the Forex market. So you're learning how to actually make money with the money that you have intelligently in a $6 trillion global currency market. So pick something that you can actually make more money out of the money that you already have, which is one of the best places for newbies to start. Because, for example, Michael, in Epic Trading, my Forex private trading group is 4 times larger than my Epic Trading marketing group, which I love to see. That means that I've got 4 times the amount of people that are in there that came in there because they needed to make extra money. They wanted to make their money, that little money they have, grow bigger, but they weren't very good at marketing yet. They didn't know how to talk to people. They didn't know how to generate traffic. So they got in there and they started learning how to take $100, $200, $400 and turn that into a few $1,000s, and then continue to grow from there by getting the education that they need. So pick something that you can actually learn a new skill set. If you're learning how to market online and generate sales online, just know that there is a learning curve, and it's going to take you a while to get to the place where you're going to potentially be able to replace your current income. If you're learning, say, the Forex market, you're learning how to increase the money that you already have by trading a Forex market, there's risks involved, but there's very structured ways to slowly grow that money without ever referring one single person. So that's why I kind of like that program right now, Michael, because it's helping people grow the money that they already have while learning how to market their business starting out, rather than, oh, I'm, losing 5 pounds a month because I'm drinking this shake and I've got a garage full of products right now. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying in this time right now, I think the focus should be more on how do we generate cash flow right now that will help us then maybe do something even bigger in 2021. So I'm focusing on helping people with programs that will help them generate cash flow right now.
What would be a reasonable time frame for someone getting from zero knowledge of Forex, getting started with Epic trading, up to a point where they're comfortable to trade actively?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I'm going to go based on the experience. So Epic Trading launched quite recently. The trainers themselves have been doing Forex trading for many years now. The collective knowledge they have is ridiculous. But in the last 2 months, since people have actually started taking the knowledge, the live signals, the live daily trainings, and applying them, and the ones that have actually been consistent with it, I've seen people that didn't even know what the word Forex means to start trading a live account within 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Now, I've seen that happen. Is that the norm? Probably not. Most people feel comfortable going with a live account, because I tell everybody start with a demo account if you've never done it. I had one person, they made, what was it, $2,800 and some last week on a demo account, and they were thrilled. And then the next day, they lost $5,400 something. So that's why you do a demo account when you're starting out.
Right.
But then I've had other, the norm is more people feel comfortable going with the live account in about 4 weeks, applying the training, applying the strategies, getting comfortable with it, and getting that up and running. As an exclusive bonus, I do offer a couple of options for EAs, which are expert advisors, which are a little bit more automated trading, which is just an extra option for people so that they could, if they do have a couple $100 they want to start using to trade with, but they don't feel comfortable doing any of the trading, that's an option for them. So I try to provide a lot of different options for people to get up and start generating some income while they're in their learning. But generally 4 weeks is the average.
You mentioned live signaling. Is that part of the system where you follow along with expert traders?
Yeah, so there's two different types of live signals. There's one where there's 3 different live sessions that happen every single day, Monday through Friday, of the actual markets being open and being trading. They're all around the world because we hit the Australian market, the European market, the US market, Asian market. So depending on wherever your time zone is, it's an international company. So lots of different options there, but that is where you can watch over the shoulder of an expert master trader doing their trades. And he or she, we've got female trainers and male trainers, they will actually talk through what they're seeing in the charts, why they're placing their trade right now, why they're setting their stop loss at the stop loss they're setting it at, and then talk people through what they're doing to help not only learn how to Forex trade, but also you could have your Forex broker account set up right there and placing the same trades while you're watching them do that. So that's one form of live signals. The other side to that is a Telegram chat where you don't even have to be on a live, video watching somebody. If you have a little bit of knowledge of how to place a trade, then you can get a signal alert to your phone, and then you can go in your brokerage account, place that trade based on the information that they give you, and just take the signal, as it's called, and go from there.
What is the active period of trading during the day? Sorry, I missed that part.
The active trading?
Yeah. Or what time is the market open? Or did you say it's 24/5?
It's 24/7 from Sunday evening, depending on your time zone. So technically Monday through Friday. So they open in the international markets at about 9 o'clock our time on Sundays. And then they go all the way through to 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern time on Friday.
Okay. So is
24/7.
Is there someone always on that can guide you through your different time zones? Like if
There's
you're,
so there's 3 to 4, they've been running about 4 lately, 4 different live sessions that the company themselves put on.
Mhm.
And then I have a private chat specifically for trading support. So if you're in there doing trading, not on one of the live sessions, if you post a question in there, or need help on something, you'll have 4 or 5 of my community members, chime in there and help you out, depending, regardless of what time it is, because I've got people all around the world. I've got close to about 2,000 members now all around the world. And so you'll get help. But the actual live sessions, they only do those 4 times a day, and they last anywhere from an hour to hour and a half.
Okay, so that's kind of a standard North American time windows, would it be? Like,
Well, because they trade all of the markets, including the international ones. Say, for example, there's one at 2 o'clock in the morning, my
oh,
time,
okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Perfect.
which is not good for me, but it's great for
Mm,
somebody, say, in Australia. So it just depends on what your time zone is. What I recommend to people, especially starting out, is pick one of the live sessions you can be on and consistently hop on that live session every day, and just commit yourself for 2 weeks. I'm going to hop on those live sessions, and I'm really going to start learning Forex. I'm going to learn what they're talking about. We also have a 2-week syllabus that people can go through, which is more of a classroom style, education style, very structured, to get people from not knowing what the word Forex means to, oh, wow, I grasp the concept, I understand the strategies. Now I'm going to start working on doing this on my demo account.
wow. Well, this has been very helpful. Last question. If you were, once you get past the learning stage and you're getting active trading, what amount of investment would you start or suggest starting with for an active trader?
So an active trader, it really depends on what you're comfortable losing, which sounds weird for me to tell you that, but I
Mm,
tell all my people that is, figure out what you're comfortable losing, because when you do that, you'll remove the emotion from the actual trading, which is rule number one. Remove all emotion from the trading.
mm,
An emotional trader is a broke trader, because you cannot, the market doesn't care what you feel.
right.
So you need to make that decision before you start. So whether it's $200 or $2,000 is what you're comfortable saying, this is what I'm going to trade with. If it turns into 5,000, 10,000, or it doesn't, I'm okay with this. I'm learning. But for the average person starting out, you want to start out with no less than $200.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your time. We're getting towards the end here. We'll put the link of your choice. So we've covered a lot of ground here today. Whatever one you'd like to put in the link in the description below, we can do that. And
Yeah.
thanks for your time.
Yeah, absolutely, Michael. I appreciate you having me on here.
You bet. Great talking to you.
You too.
Thanks.